Hi everyone, I'm Rebecca and welcome to my kitchen. Today I'm going to be making some really tasty tomato pie, and right now I'm got some of my ingredients already done. I'm using, I'll show you. I got some tomatoes over here, I got some garlic, I got some basil, I got some peppers that I'm going to chop up super fine. I got some caramelized onions that will be super good, I think, on it as well. Okay, so I don't have any cheddar cheese. Oh, 1 second. Yeah, here we go. I don't have any cheddar cheese, so I'm gonna use I'm gonna use some of this finely cut pizza blend, and it's got mozzarella, it's got some provolone cheese mixed in together. I'm going to use like a cup of that, and then, you know, probably like a cup, or yeah, I think about a cup of the parmesan. So I'm going to grate it up. So let's make some of this pie filling. We're going to use this is the parmesan and some provolone and some mozzarella mix, and all together it's about a cup of parmesan, or a cup and a half parmesan, and about a cup of the mozzarella provolone shredded cheese mix. Okay, so that's gonna go in, and I'm gonna put a little bit of bacon bits in here too, about, let's see, about a third of a cup bacon bits. And we're going to add these peppers in, some chopped bell peppers. I'll tell you around about how much it is. So about a cup and a half. Yeah. Yeah, about a cup and a half of peppers, bell peppers, and banana pepper mix. Okay. We got about 4 cloves of garlic right here. We got about 4 basil leaves. Okay. There we go. We're going to add some pepper to this as well. Some crushed pepper, crushed black pepper to taste. Now let's put in about a cup, I would say about a cup of mayo. Okay? Hellmann's mayo, whatever mayo you like, doesn't really matter. And let's mix it up. This is going to be the filling for the pie. It's going to go on layers on top of the pie. Oh, we almost forgot the sauteed onions. I'm going to put about 4 onions, 4 sauteed onions. Smells so good. Then we're going to mix it all up. is what it's looking like. It smells amazing. This is what it's looking like. Okay, so for this easy crust, I'm going to use about 2 2/3 cup flour, regular flour. And that's about it. And I'm going to use 2 sticks of butter. I'm going to chop them up nice and fine and put them in there with it. I'm going to put about 2 tablespoons of sugar. I'm just going to use some brown sugar in it. Not going to really measure. It looks about right. And we're going to put about a teaspoon of salt in here. We're going to mix this before we add our butter to get this all nice and incorporated together. Okay, now we're going to add our butter. Let's get the butter out of the freezer. I'm going to add about 2 sticks of butter. Let me chop these up real quick and then I'll be right back. Ready to go, and we're going to pulse it again. Get it all combined, get it to almost like a graham cracker crust consistency, I would call it. Let me show you what I'm talking about. So there's like little tiny chunks. Let me see. There we go. Little tiny chunks of butter in there. So you don't want to like over mix it. You still want these little chunks of butter. Okay? So now we're going to just mix this dough just enough to get it a little bit moistened. And we're going to use some ice cold water to mix it. Get it nice and tasty. And we're going to start with, this is a 1/2 cup, but I'm going to use my hands to, you know, see what's going to be enough. It should only be enough to get it nice and moist. Shouldn't be too wet. Shouldn't be like too dry. Just to where it will hold together. When you scrunch it together. I don't know how else to say it. Make sure you use super cold water too, because you don't want the butter to melt while you're doing this. Might need a little bit more than that. I'm just gonna, there we go. That should be enough. See, when I do this, if it holds together when you squeeze it a little bit, then it's about ready. This is how I do my crust anyway. I'm going to put it on the table so you guys can get a better view of what I'm talking about. Dump it out here. See how it's super crumbly. You don't want to over mix it. We're gonna. This makes 2 crusts, by the way. 2 pie crusts. Get it all nice and combined together. Like this. Like that. And that's good. Now you're going to want to freeze it, or not, I'm sorry, not freeze it. You're going to want to refrigerate it for at least, I would say 20 minutes to a half an hour before you use it. That way it'll be nice and cold. Give it time to rest a little bit. It looks like a mess, but it'll come together. You don't want to put too much water in it. You want that flaky, buttery crust. Okay. Now, we're going to wrap it up in some saran wrap, I guess we can. And prop it in the fridge. Clean. Now I'm going to try to wrestle with this saran wrap, see if I got enough. And wrap them up. Should be enough right there. Okay, well, there's one. Oh, I may only have enough saran. Oh, just enough, thank goodness. Just enough. Maybe it's enough. Yeah, it should be enough. Okay. So I'm gonna, on this pie crust, or this tomato pie, I'm going to have a top and a bottom because I just want that extra crustiness on the pie. Okay, I'm gonna let these rest for about a half an hour, and then I'll be back. We're gonna roll them out and make us some tomato pie. Okay, so our dough has been chilled, and now we're going to put some flour down and roll it out. This is going to be the bottom. Okay, this is the bottom. Get a fork and poke some holes in it, and then we're gonna bake it for about 10 minutes to get it partially cooked so that it don't get soggy with the tomatoes being on the bottom. Okay. Okay, so while that's baking, we're waiting for that the first crust, the bottom crust to get done. Let's start on the top. Okay, so now that we got our pie crust out of the oven, we're gonna start layering it with the tomatoes and the filling. Just gonna put a row on the bottom. Now we're going to put some of the filling, and the filling isn't like smooth filling, so you're going to have to just like dollop it on and then try to smooth it out the best you can. It smells really good. Now we're going to do another layer of tomatoes. And then put the rest of the filling on. Okay, now we're going to put the top layer on like this. Ooh, let's try not to rip it. Not the most prettiest pie, but it'll be the tastiest pie. And we're gonna put a couple vent holes in here. Okay, so we're gonna cover this with foil and cook it at 420 degrees for about 20 minutes. Okay, so we got it going. We're gonna leave it in for about 20 minutes and then take the top off and cook it probably for another 10 minutes. Okay, so we're gonna take the foil off and put it back in the oven for another 10-15 minutes. Okay, it's been about 10 minutes and it looks like it might be done. I think I'm gonna give it about 5 more minutes. Okay, so this has actually been cooking with the foil off for about 20 minutes. I'm gonna pull it. I'm gonna say that it's good because it's brown on the edges and it looks pretty, it feels pretty done. Now I'm gonna let this sit for a little while, cool off, and then we're gonna dig into it, and I'm gonna have some taste testers to test it out. It smells super good. I'm gonna cut into it. I'm gonna give it a try. Super flaky. My husband's gonna be the first taste tester. Ah! Making a mess. Show you what it looks like. Super, super cheesy. Okay, here's my husband, Matthew, and he's going to take the first bite and tell you how it tastes. Hot, hot, hot. Sorry.
It's really good.
It's really good?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna try it. That is really good. What does it remind you of?
I don't know, it's good though.
This is my version of a tomato pie anyway. Okay. Well, that's it. That's it, folks. I'm gonna leave the directions and the for the amount of ingredients and measurements in the description box for everybody. Thanks for hanging out with me today. Have a blessed day.